Imagine this. You are a child, just learning about the world. And one day, the person who was supposed to love you hurt you, or ignored you, or said something you carry with you for life. And you grow. You mature. But that feeling, the fear, the feeling of not being enough, the feeling of always having to be strong, still lives inside you. Today we're going to talk about invisible wounds. Wounds we carry from childhood. Wounds that shape who we are today. How childhood trauma affects our adult lives. Childhood trauma isn't just about physical abuse. It's not just about being hurt directly. Sometimes, it's about being left out. Not being heard. Being compared. Or even, being forced to be a good girl who suppresses her feelings. Childhood trauma can present itself in the form of raised by emotionally unstable parents feeling like you always have to be perfect, don't cry, never been hugged, or should I be a premature, and what happens is, we don't learn to feel safe. Imagine growing up as a child without feeling safe, without feeling enough, without feeling unconditionally loved. Your body and your brain learn to survive, not to thrive. Children cannot differentiate between I am being treated badly and I am a bad child. They absorb all treatment as a reflection of themselves. When you're constantly yelled at, you don't think, my parents are stressed. You think, I'm wrong. I'm a burden. I'm not worthy. And you grow up with that voice in your head. The voice shapes the thought patterns. I have to be perfect so I won't be abandoned. I can't depend on other people. I have to please everyone. I must not show weakness. Love must be paid for with sacrifice. Trauma is not just bad memories. Trauma is a pattern. A pattern of thinking. A pattern of feeling. A pattern of living. Maybe you often overthinking about the little things, difficulty trusting others, always feel like you have to prove yourself, easy to feel guilty, feeling like it's not enough, even though you've tried hard, or you feel empty. Even though your life is fine on the outside. This is not drama. This is a trail of wounds. And these wounds appear in various forms. 1. Unhealthy relationship. You constantly looking for love from the wrong people. Or you're so afraid of being hurt that you end up pushing everyone away. 2. Perfectionism and burnout. You can't feel enough. Even after achieving so much, you still feel empty. Because you measure your self-worth by your achievements, not your existence. 3. Emotional problems. Difficult to get angry. Difficult to cry. Or too easily angered, because emotions have been suppressed since childhood. 4. Imposter syndrome. Feeling that you don't deserve success, don't deserve to be happy. As if you're cheating everyone. Because many of us were raised to suppress, not to feel. Don't be spoiled. Don't cry. Boys shouldn't be weak. If you're sad, it means you're not grateful. We are taught to deny emotions. And finally, we become experts at pretending. Because we usually suppress our feelings, we think everything is fine. But in silence, we are hurt. And the wounds that are denied never heal. The good news is, wounds can heal. But it's not an instant process. It doesn't get better overnight. Healing trauma is a journey back to oneself. To recognize, embrace, and accept our childhood wounds. 1. Recognizing patterns. What patterns do you repeat over and over again? Do you always feel like you have to please people? Are you afraid of being abandoned? 2. Emotional validation. All your emotions are valid. Anger, sadness, disappointment, it's not a sin. It's human. 3. Forgiving yourself. You may feel weak because trauma has brought you down. But you have survived this far. You are strong. You deserve to heal. 4. Looking for help. Counselors, therapists, healthy communities. You don't have to face everything alone. Many of us grow up wounded, but feel like we should be okay. But now, you know that you are allowed to rest. You are allowed to feel. You are allowed to heal. Childhood trauma doesn't have to define our entire lives. It may shape who we are, but it doesn't mean it has to define our future. Healing is not about going back to the past. It is about understanding who we are today and consciously choosing, who do I want to be tomorrow? If you've ever felt like this story, you're not alone. Comment below, your voice matters. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with the people you care about. Because it could be that they also have wounds that they don't show. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sticking around this far. You deserve to heal.